What would happen if you stopped giving your attention to the person who takes it for granted? Not slowly, not halfway, but completely. What if you pulled your energy back, stopped explaining yourself, stopped chasing, and just went quiet? Most people are afraid to do this because they think they will lose someone, but here is the truth. You don't lose people by removing your attention, you reveal who they really are. This is where Stoicism becomes powerful. It teaches you that your attention is not free. It is your most valuable asset. Every time you give it away to someone who doesn't respect it, you weaken your own position. Epictetus said that the things you give your attention to control your life. That means if someone constantly controls your emotions, your thoughts, and your focus, you have already handed them your power. But the moment you take that attention back, everything changes. Your mind becomes clear, your emotions become stable, and, most importantly, their behavior starts to shift. Because people feel when your energy is gone. They notice when you stop reacting, when you stop reaching out, when you stop being available. And that silence speaks louder than any words you could ever say. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that a strong person is not controlled by external things, but by their own discipline. That means your strength is not in convincing someone to value you. Your strength is in choosing where your energy goes. In this video, you are going to learn exactly what happens when you remove your attention, why it creates such a powerful shift, and how you can use it to take back control of your life without saying a single word. This is not manipulation. This is self-respect. This is you deciding that your time, your energy, and your presence are too valuable to be wasted. So before we go any further, make a decision right now. Decide that you will no longer chase what does not choose you. Decide that you will no longer explain your worth to someone who refuses to see it. If you are ready to step into that power, I want you to go to the comments and write this right now. My attention is valuable. Number 1, you instantly take back your power. The moment you remove your attention, you take back your power instantly. Not slowly, not eventually. Immediately. Before this, your attention was focused on them. You were thinking about what they were doing, how they felt, why they acted a certain way, and what you needed to do to keep them close. That focus gave them control over your emotional state. If they responded, you felt good. If they ignored you, you felt anxious. That is not power. That is dependency. Stoic philosophy teaches that dependence on external things creates weakness. Epictetus explained that when you rely on something outside yourself, you give away your freedom. But the moment you pull your attention back, that chain breaks. Now your focus returns to you. Your thoughts are no longer consumed by their actions. Your emotions are no longer tied to their behavior. You become stable, grounded, and in control. Stop checking for their messages, their updates, or their activity. Every time you do that, you give your attention back. Redirect your focus into something that builds you, your goals, your health, your skills, your growth. Your energy must move somewhere, so place it where it benefits you. Practice emotional discipline. When you feel the urge to reach out or react, pause. Remind yourself that your power comes from control, not impulse. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself to stay calm and not be ruled by emotion, because once you control your mind, nothing else can control you. When you live like this, something powerful happens. You stop feeling desperate. You stop feeling anxious. You stop feeling like you need someone else to feel complete. And that is when your energy changes. That is when you become someone who is no longer easy to influence, no longer easy to manipulate, and no longer easy to ignore. You become centered, you become strong, and most importantly, you become free. Now, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments right now. I control my energy. Number 2, they start noticing your absence. The second thing that happens when you remove your attention is that they start noticing your absence, and this is where the shift begins. When you were always present, always responding, always showing interest, your energy became predictable. They got used to it. It became part of their routine, something they didn't have to think about or appreciate deeply. But the moment that consistency disappears, it creates a gap, and that gap demands attention. Stoic philosophy teaches that people rarely value what is always available, but they immediately feel what is missing. Seneca observed that absence reveals importance more clearly than presence ever could. Now they begin to notice small things: the silence, the lack of response, the missing effort, and that absence starts to speak loudly. Do not break your silence too early. Let your absence do its work. Consistency is what makes it powerful. Resist the urge to explain your distance. You do not owe anyone an explanation for protecting your energy. Stay focused on your own path. Your goal is not to get their attention back. Your goal is to reclaim your own. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself to stay focused on what truly matters, instead of being distracted by others. When you follow this mindset, you remain grounded. They begin to feel the difference, not because you told them, but because your absence forces them to notice. And once they notice, they start thinking, questioning, and paying attention in a way they never did before. That is the power of silence. That is the power of removing your attention. Number 3, they begin questioning their actions. The third thing that happens when you remove your attention is that they begin questioning their own actions. When you were constantly present, they never had to reflect deeply. Your reactions, your effort, and your availability kept everything moving without forcing them to think. But now, with your silence and distance, their mind has space, and that space becomes uncomfortable. Stoic philosophy teaches that reflection often begins in stillness. Epictetus explained that when distractions are removed, a person is left alone with their thoughts, and that is where truth appears. Now they start asking themselves questions they avoided before. Why did you pull away? Did they take you for granted? Did they push you too far? Could they have acted differently? These questions do not come from you. They come from your absence. Do not interrupt this process. Do not jump back in to ease their confusion. Let them think. Stay emotionally detached. Their realization is their responsibility, not yours to guide or fix. Remain focused on your own growth. While they are questioning, you should be progressing. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself to focus inward and improve himself instead of worrying about others. When you follow this mindset, you stay in control. Their thoughts begin to shift because they are no longer distracted by your presence. They start connecting actions with consequences, and that awareness creates a deeper understanding of what they may have lost. This is not something you force. This is something that happens naturally when you remove your attention and allow silence to do its work. I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments right now. My silence creates clarity. Number 4, they feel the loss of control. The fourth thing that happens when you remove your attention is that they feel the loss of control, and this feeling unsettles them deeply. Before, when you were always reacting, always responding, and always adjusting your behavior around them, they had a sense of control over the situation. They knew how to get your attention. They knew how you would react. That predictability gave them comfort and power at the same time. But now, that control is gone. Stoic philosophy teaches that control over others is an illusion, but control over yourself is real power. Epictetus made it clear that you cannot control external people, but you can control your reactions and your focus. When you stop giving attention, you remove their influence over your emotional state. They can no longer predict you. They can no longer trigger the same reactions. and that creates uncertainty. Stay unpredictable by staying consistent with your self-control. Do not fall back into old reactive habits. Do not respond to attempts that are designed to pull your attention back quickly. Recognize patterns and stay grounded. Strengthen your internal stability so that nothing external shakes your focus. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that true strength comes from remaining steady regardless of outside influence. When you live by this principle, your energy becomes different. You are no longer easy to read, no longer easy to control, and no longer dependent on someone else's behavior. They begin to feel that shift, and it creates discomfort because they no longer have the same influence over you. That is where your power grows. Number 5, they start chasing your attention. The fifth thing that happens when you remove your attention is that they start chasing your attention, the very thing they once ignored. This is the shift most people never understand. When you were the one reaching out, trying and giving, they had no reason to pursue you. The dynamic was one-sided, and they were comfortable staying in that position. But the moment you step back and become unavailable, the energy flips. Stoic philosophy teaches that desire grows stronger when something becomes scarce. Seneca observed that people are naturally drawn to what they feel they might lose. Now your attention is no longer easy to access. It is no longer predictable. And that creates a sense of urgency in them. They begin to reach out more. They start noticing your silence. They try to re-establish the connection they once took for granted. Do not reward sudden effort immediately. Let consistency prove their intention over time. Stay grounded in your purpose. Do not let their pursuit distract you from your own growth. Respond with calm, not excitement. Your energy must remain balanced, not reactive. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself to remain steady and not be carried away by external changes. When you follow this mindset, you keep your power. You allow them to step forward, but you do not lose yourself in the process. They begin to understand that your attention is no longer freely given. It is earned, and that realization makes them value it more than they ever did before. Now, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments right now. My attention must be earned. Number 6, you build unshakable inner strength. The sixth thing that happens when you remove your attention is that you begin to build unshakable inner strength. And this is where the real transformation takes place. At first, pulling back feels uncomfortable. You may feel the urge to check on them, to reach out, or to return to old habits. But every time you resist that urge, you become stronger. Every moment of discipline builds your self-control. Stoic philosophy teaches that strength is created through resistance, not comfort. Epictetus believed that a person grows powerful by mastering their impulses instead of obeying them. When you stop giving your attention away, you are no longer acting from emotion, you are acting from control. Practice restraint daily. When you feel the urge to react, pause and choose discipline instead. Invest your energy into self-growth. Build your skills, improve your mindset, and strengthen your body. Your attention should serve your development. Remind yourself of your purpose. You are not stepping back to play games. You are stepping back to become stronger. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that a strong mind is formed by consistent action, not temporary feelings. When you live like this, something powerful happens. You stop depending on external validation. You stop seeking approval. You become self-sufficient. And that inner strength changes how you move, how you think, and how you respond to everything around you. This is where true power is built, not in controlling others, but in mastering yourself. Number 7, you become emotionally untouchable. The seventh thing that happens when you remove your attention is that you become emotionally untouchable, and this is where your power reaches a completely different level. Before, your emotions were tied to their actions. A message could lift your mood. Silence could ruin your day. That connection made you vulnerable. But now, by pulling your attention back and focusing on yourself, you break that emotional dependency. Stoic philosophy teaches that emotional control is the highest form of strength. Epictetus said that it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that defines you. When you stop reacting the same way, everything changes. Detach your emotions from outcomes. Do not expect anything from them, and you will not be affected by what they do. Stay calm in all situations. Whether they reach out or stay silent, your response must remain steady. Focus on your internal state daily. Build peace within yourself so nothing external can disturb it. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself to remain like a rock, unmoved by the waves crashing against it. When you follow this mindset, your presence becomes powerful. You're no longer easily influenced, no longer emotionally triggered, and no longer dependent on someone else's behavior. They begin to feel that difference. They realize they can no longer control how you feel or how you respond. And that realization creates a new level of respect because they see that your peace comes from within, not from them. I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments right now. Nothing controls my emotions. Number 8. You redefine your worth without them. The eighth and final thing that happens when you remove your attention is that you redefine your worth without them. And this is the most important shift of all. Before, your sense of value may have been connected to how they treated you, how they responded, and how much attention they gave you. That connection made your self-worth unstable, always rising and falling based on their behavior. But now, by pulling your focus back and investing it into yourself, you begin to build a new foundation, one that is not dependent on anyone else. Stoic philosophy teaches that true worth comes from within, not from external validation. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that a person's value is defined by their own actions and character, not by the opinions of others. When you live by this principle, you stop looking outside for approval. Define your standards clearly, know what you deserve, and refuse to accept anything less. Validate yourself daily. Recognize your growth, your discipline, and your progress without needing anyone else to confirm it. Build a life that fulfills you. Focus on your purpose, your goals, and your happiness so that your worth is never tied to one person again. Epictetus taught that freedom begins the moment you stop seeking approval from others. When you follow this mindset, you become powerful in a way that cannot be taken from you. You are no longer defined by who stays or who leaves. You are defined by who you have become, and that makes you unstoppable. Now listen closely. This is where everything comes together. Removing your attention was never about them. It was never about making them chase you, miss you, or come back. It was about you waking up. It was about you realizing that your energy is too valuable to be given to someone who doesn't respect it. Stoic philosophy teaches that the moment you take control of your mind, you take control of your life. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that peace comes when you stop depending on anything outside of yourself. And that is exactly what you've done. You stepped back, you stayed silent, you chose discipline over impulse, and in that process you became stronger, calmer, and more powerful than ever before. If they notice, let them notice. If they come back, let them come back. But never forget, your power is not in their reaction. Your power is in your control. You are no longer the person who chases, explains, or begs for attention. You are the person who chooses where your energy goes. And that choice defines everything. So from this moment forward, protect your focus, guard your peace, and never give your attention to what does not value it. If this message hit you, take action right now. Subscribe, stay connected, and keep building your mindset every single day. And before you leave, I want you to drop this final affirmation in the comments. I control my life.